Welcome back to WagerTalk.com. I'm Marco D'Angelo, joined in studio by Bryan Leonard. We're going to preview Game 5, Western Conference Finals. Bryan, would you, at the beginning of this series, would you have thought that we'd be looking at a team up 3-1 and it not be Golden State?
Going into the previous series, we all talked about San Antonio and Oklahoma, and then Cheetah was here too, so I'll back on him a little bit. None of us thought that Oklahoma had a chance against San Antonio, so they prove us wrong, and they prove us wrong in a big way. Now they're proving us wrong again. Golden State sets the record for most wins, and did they put too much effort into that? Because it looks like right now they just don't have the same energy in the game as the opposition.
They look like a tired team in compared to Oklahoma City. And Oklahoma City's, I mean, they're having their way with Golden State in this one. Golden State's not, for one, they're not shooting the ball well. They're shooting from the outside. They're not getting into the paint, where that's been the biggest difference in this game. Oklahoma City's owned the paint, and they're getting to the line. Either it's like Golden State's a step slow, they're getting fouled, they're driving the lane, they're getting fouled. The discrepancy in the fouls, Game 3, 33 of 37 from the foul line for the Thunder. Golden State only got to the line 25 times, made 19 of them. You're giving up 14 points difference just from the line. You're not going to win a lot of ball games. And then it was no better in Game 4. They're actually lucky. The Thunder was only 31 of 40 in Game 4, but they got to the line 40 times. Now, is that by design that they are, penetrating, or are they getting some home cooking with the referees, Bryan?
Well, they call it hustle stats, and you're looking at blocks, you're looking at rebounds, and you're looking at times to the free throw line. And just looking at those stats blindly, you want to bet on the team that's going to. You tell me which team is going to play hustle more. I mean, we've seen that in the Cleveland-Toronto game. Yeah. Toronto just completely out-hustled Cleveland in the last 2 games. And that's a team you want to back. And if you get to the foul line, that means you're driving the lane. Golden State's one of those teams that they've lived and died off the three-pointers all season long, and could be that they're getting tired. That's what I think. We will finally see. But when you're tired, you don't have the legs on you, so you can't hit the three-pointers. And they don't have enough of an inside game. I mean, they've got some players that are good players, but Oklahoma City has got guys that are really good defensive players down low, and that's been the big difference here.
Yeah, I mean, all season when everybody was talking about going for the record, I said that, you're chasing a record, you're chasing history, it's all fine, but I thought they were expending too much energy because at the beginning of the season, Golden State was winning games in blowouts that Curry and Thompson and that, they were getting rest in the fourth quarter. Down the stretch, they had to work for the wins. It wasn't blowouts, and they were logging, I just felt too many minutes, but it's easy to say, hey, I told you so after the fact, but it's looking that way. Now, we know Curry's banged up. There's no question about that. But how about Draymond Green? The last 2 games, he's 1 of 9 and 1 of 7. The only thing that he's been able to hit squarely has been Adams, and, we won't talk about that. But, he's not helping the cause with his shooting performance. And then Curry goes 6 of 20 in Game 4. They're not going to win any games when Curry doesn't hit.
And right now, they're finding a way to double-team Curry. And when you double-team Curry, being a small player as he is, it's tough to get that shot off, especially when the other team has got a lot of tall players.
They're banging him around. They're hitting him pretty well. They're getting away with it, too.
Yeah, they are getting away with it. And this is the playoffs, and the same thing as the Toronto-Cleveland game. That's a very physical series, and that's what happens. If the refs are going to let you play physical, they're going to play physical. And if your most talented team shoots the most threes, they're at the biggest disadvantage in a physical game.
Absolutely. Now let's fast forward to Game 5. The season's on the line for the Warriors. They're laying 7.5. The total's 220. And honestly, I mean, Oklahoma City has totally dominated them. Right now, you have to say, of the 4 teams remaining, Oklahoma City's playing the best basketball of all, and that includes Cleveland. Oklahoma City, you go back to the last series, they beat a San Antonio team, like you said, that we all thought was going to be a cakewalk, especially after they blew them out in Game 1. Cleveland, they've swept everybody, but Cleveland has had some games where they won, but they didn't win in blowouts. Detroit had a couple, tight games against them and such. But right now, the Thunder are playing great basketball.
Yeah, when you look at it from a situational standpoint, Golden State, where they lose 1 game in the regular season at home, down in the series in a must-win situation, you'd want to play Golden State. But if you've watched all 4 of these games, It's hard to lay 7.5 points in a game where the other team has been the better team. At this point, I don't know what to take in this game. I just know we're going to get the best of what's left out of Golden State. Now, if Golden State is able to win this game but struggle doing it, I don't want any part of Golden State the rest of the way.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, and we'll see if the referees give them a little bit of San Francisco home cooking there in the Bay Area for Game 5. That'll be Thursday night. We'll see what happens there. You can check out weekend all-access packages. Pick your favorite capper, $69. You're going to get Thursday through Monday. It's the big Memorial Day weekend. You've got basketball and baseball. You'll get all of the plays from the capper you choose for just $69. Check it out at WagerTalk.com. We'll be back with more at WagerTalk.com.